and it is involved.
Dude, there's such a thing. It's easy. Like, I thought that way too. I did. And I don't mean that to sound condescending. I really don't. I thought the exact same fucking thing, dude. Like, really, it did. But it really comes down to subsidies. They are subsidiary. Subsidized companies that are autonomous, you know?
Yeah.
Autonomy still exists.
By the same people. They're all funded and created, and they're all funneling the same person.
Why is Ryobi sacrifice the shitty way? You know? Like, I mean, it's because they are their own independent company, subsidized.
Yeah.
Subsidized. They get funding in certain areas, but they are their own independent company.
But that
Apple owns Beats. Beats are shit compared to Airpods. You know, like...
I disagree.
That's still... It's okay. It depends on what kind of music you listen to.
I have both.
It depends on what kind of music you listen to. But as an example, I think, subsidizing companies, requiring them is a different story. But it's kind of like, when you were talking, I thought of like the whole Nestle, Mondelez, Johnson & Johnson, everything is under this like Johnson & Johnson umbrella. But that doesn't mean they own these companies. They have a majority share.
Yeah.
But they let these companies run independently unless they start going haywire, and then they cut them. They unalive them. Which rightfully so.
That makes sense. That makes sense, and it's good to subsidize or whatever I should say, and like fund independent parties.
Yeah.
But the point is that it's these small elites, not small, but like these the minority of people, the elites, the small number in population own and control. It all ties back to them to a certain degree.
So
these companies that branch off and fund everything, that they receive revenue and they're supporting people and they're creating new jobs and they're creating new possibilities and avenues, but they also somewhat get to dictate what that all means. They dictate the marketing, they dictate the outcomes, and they also, the money always ends up funneling back to them somehow.
I'll say this. I will say this. I want to hear what you have to say, Buddha, but I do want to, discuss this with Wyatt for just like maybe 2 minutes. When it comes to those sort of subsidizing, I think honestly, you're thinking along the lines as if it's being micromanaged. These subsidiaries are not being micromanaged. They are being partially funded. When it comes to marketing, etc., there may be some small sort of requirements, stipulations, but that doesn't mean that they are controlling their marketing exactly. It's honestly a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. Let's say it should be. What was I'm more familiar with the Nestle and Johnson thing, but for you in your field with construction, Milwaukee and Ryobi, right? And let's take that for and DeWalt, right? Nobody's buying a fucking electric drill from Ryobi like they are from Milwaukee. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
I've done home improvement projects. I'm well versed enough to know that. So it's a situation where, what if it weren't for Ryobi would have gone out of business a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, just because they make money for their larger fish doesn't mean that that's a bad thing.
No.
Because they would have gone out of business. No,
it's also awesome when you talk about it because, Ryobi is an independent party that ended up being funded by one of the big guys, right? It's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, it should and could be a good thing. But I'm just more on the page where I'm being...
You hate the elite, you hate the billionaires, you hate
I just sort of think that a lot of people who are in power are pushing a certain narrative that is divisive and corrupting to the human soul and the peaceful prosperity that we could have as people and the love we could share with each other. And I think that people are doing that on purpose.
What is hold on, I agree with you, but I love that celebrate capitalism for the exact reasons that we just described. Because all of those companies and the employees and the families and people like that really got votes for a subsidized rate. That's capitalism. I agree with you. However, my thing is when we get into the idealistic sort of things, I think that is too forward thinking. Always think forward, but it's a little early.
No, I don't have a plan, dude. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna be the best guy I can. Like
there you go. There you go. The only thing that matters in life in 2026 for you is to be a good dad, a good, I don't know if you're married, a good husband. Do for your kid, your daughter, I think you said, right?
Yeah.
That's all you can do. What can you control? Can you control the fact that if you know a politician's name in your household, they're completely corrupt with no exceptions? You can't control that. You can't control that. What you can do is use that small good news.
Just like that, we are officially on the board. It's a goal, my man.
You gotta do for yours, which was
Body over here is hot
to do this right. Starving. And
shoots, and he scores! That one was served up on a plate. He likes his steak just like his rebounds. Nice and juicy. He shoots it, and no goal there. The goalie gets his body in front of that one. Well played.
Like for you, you know what?
Red player resting comfortable with a 2-goal lead. Fires it up and beats the goalie. Here he goes. Red player is sitting on a comfortable lead. Can he be stopped?
So yeah, he went
Goalie stood tall and stopped the shot.
There's pictures. They got. Is the dude
And scores!
Is the guy got shot? I mean, he's
He shoots! And he flashes a leather on that save to make the glove stop. What a play! He's in! Scores! What a sick move from the kid! It's one net! Gets up and makes himself look big in the crease. Red is running away with the lead. It ain't over till it's over. He shoots it, and the goalie stands tall. Great play to get in front of that one and shut it down.
In this article, EDX. It is.
Moving in. Phenomenal save. A colossal blow. Clean out. What a body check. He shoots. Big save by the Tendy. With mere seconds to grab, only one of you can bring this home. It's off his stick, and he gets the goal. Yeah, buddy. Goodbye, sweet puppy freaks.
I bet that was.
Shoots it and boom! Saved by the Tendy. There's the final horn, and that's the game.
Afterwards, an officer gets shot. I think the dude, they're trying to create
it wasn't in the ballroom. It wasn't in the ballroom. It was probably he was trying to get into the ballroom and shot the officer who's an artist.
Damn. Yeah, I know. That's so real, and I bet somebody would actually try to do that. Like, that's crazy. I don't, it's real.
It probably have like assumptions or anything, because like, and even if it was the case that like
it was an inside thing. Someone actually got shot. So like, you shouldn't be like.
But you know that people can manipulate things where they would take out one of their own people to make a story seem more presentable. I'm saying that's the case.
Good or bad, like that's good, right?
Like, conspiracy. There's going to be 20 different conspiracy theories after every event like that. I'm not calling you out, Wyatt. I'm just saying there's going to be. I'm just saying, like, get ready for the TikTok lives after this.
There's a lot of conspiracies going around that the President Donald Trump was a inside job, like that. It was a conspiracy. He actually didn't get hit in the ear. It was all this like makeup and movie magic, basically. But like, despite that, Mr. was actually shot. So we probably just like meme about that and be like,
I'm not trying. The first thing I asked was if the dude's here with us still. I hope he is. I support officers. I think they're.
See, when I said that earlier, I thought you were. I was talking about a gunman. That's who I was talking about. Like, I don't give a shit. But the officer, at least, okay.
Yeah, if the gunman's gone, like, who gives a shit?
I don't see anything about the officer though.
Well, they're probably working on him. They're probably have him somewhere, a really nice hospital, probably too.
He charged from 50 yards away. So he was very far from the room. So yeah, he was trying to get into the room, and 150-year-old officers must have taken him down, and then one of the officers got shot. Take down, essentially.
Yeah, if they're saying one of the officers got shot, I bet that the dude's gonna live because, despite the horrible tragedy, they could have capitalized on his with the news immediately.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the officer again. The pew-pewer.
That guy's
He's not. He's not. This article's from 2 months ago. This is from Trump. It says, I just spoke to the officer. He's doing great. So apparently,
okay.
They got the guy.
Yeah, they got the guy. They got the guy.
Despite what you guys think about Trump, you probably shouldn't have any sort of violence in your life.
But I do think violences should be.
He's in. And he jumps on it in front of
Go do that. Trump's not that everything he does.
The Canadian Idol like
Not this time.
It's not like you that hopefully you don't have to know. But like,
Showing some life. He had that in his sights and he hits the target.
he's about
The move.
Venus.
Don't blink,
but he's not a
we got a barn burner on our hands.
he lost so much. The reason he was
The thing is,
Juicy rebound.
Sam
The goalie stands tall. Great play to get in front of that one and shut it down.
He was a good
C19. Freedom is freedom.
Steps into it. We've got a game. You guys need to get that puck out from the wing, Goalie gets in front of that shot. Well done.
The speech 7 years ago.
You can't do that lightly never.
That's going to count. Great job finishing that one off. The lead belongs to
you can,
Red.
if I went to anybody, like if in America, if you go up to someone all night, it's fine. It's on a crime.
Great defensive play. He'll want to put one back.
Yeah, and you don't be sent to jail.
We have no self-defense laws. They're working on it right now in Alberta. We have a conservative government. They're really really I used to work in the city, and I figured it was me because obviously it's really sketchy, and I got my work in. But and they grabbed my knife and they're like, "Why do you have this?" And I said, "I work." And they said, "You get in charge." It's like you can look it up. We have no self-defense law.
Overtime commence. He's putting on a clinic in terms of puck possession. It's all
That's like
right now. Absolutely battered. Came on his stick. That one didn't give him much
I
trouble.
would do if I said it was for work. I'd be. But if you said it was for self-defense, I would have been in jail. Dude, they're gonna give a shit when I will.
Moving in. Shots the door. This goalie's got to be tired. Head shot. For the win. That puck is long gone.
You can't say it. The only reason I go with the box is you can't have spring-assisted pocket knives, you can't have button-assisted pocket knives, and you can't even have a pocket knife that fixing kids with the charge. That's really it opens. You can hear this. This is
Looks like that puck is checking out early.
a steady or a samurai sword. Like a katana, you can open carry a sword or a machete, but you can't carry a pocket knife.
Blazing.
Like you can't.
That is why I'm up here, fans. Scotty P has no interest in getting mauled.
But it's spring assisted. Most knives are spring assisted. You flick it, it's spring assisted. Most of the that's right. That's for sure. Yes. Yeah. Here you would get that, and you can't have an ancient gated like the machete that I have is only legally.
The release. The goaltender just disappears, and that's all it takes to make a
Like a switchblade, like a flip blade. Yeah, I was just trying to be gray, a screen like one of those switchblades. He's missing.
loves the puck.
Flip the
He hit that shot, too. No.
But yeah, it's no one actually cares like with the switchblade.
Here's the chance. Well, that puck's gone for lunch.
It's really like crazy. Like it is absolutely crazy. You can't if you have the knife and you see it's walking through it, you have to get attacked side or defense, you'll get charged.
This guy just won't give up
So
possession.
you're in Illinois, Ethan. Where are you in? Mississippi to California, now I'm in Memphis.
He somehow gets in front of that one and stops the shot. Amazing play.
I'm so ignorant. That's Memphis in every state. That's the whole point that I'm coming across here is I'm ignorant about different state laws. I know there's places like Massachusetts.
For the W. A smart goalie gets his body in the way. Shoots one. The goalie says no. And this game keeps going. And that will do it. What a beauty to end this one off.
I'm not like small, I'm not a tiny guy, but I'm pretty small. And the instructor's like, hey bro, so if he has, do you think that he's threatening to you? Does this man look threatening to you? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, any man could be threatening to me. Anyways, he asked, dude, does he look threatening to you? The big dude's like, no. I'm like, fuck you. Anyways, the point is that there is like a certain law in Massachusetts where if you don't think the person is physically deeming as a threat to you, you don't have the right to use lethal force on them. And lethal force is instantly discharging a firearm is instantly lethal force because it's totally like punching someone in the face isn't necessarily lethal force, but discharging a firearm is always going to be looked at as like the intent of lethal force.
Even regardless of like where you get them, like
kneecap
or shin or
So if the
arm,
dude's in my house, and he's a 3-foot tall dude without any weapons, my daughter's in the hallway, I can't pull out my thing to defend anybody because the dudes don't necessarily like. I shouldn't have been intimidated by him. Either way, I'm intimidated by anyone else.
This is like California all over again. There's many reasons to move back to this town after 10 years.
There's the puck, and we're ready to get this underway.
And make it quiet.
Oh, what a chance! But this one stays alive, and the puck only caught the iron. He's just not letting that go. The puck has been on his stick for a while. He leveled him. Scores! That is our first goal of the game. Blue player is up right now, but it's going to be tough to hold.
And they were escaping on his quad. They sold quad.
He shoots. Great save from the goalie, getting the battle on it.
And sent it longer than the Leafs did.
He's got an iron
Yeah,
grip
but
on
yeah,
that puck. No one has been able to take it from him.
Mississippi, Tennessee, Alabama, yeah, dude. See,
He shoots. Not good enough there. Sorry, my man.
you're shaking away from me. Oh my God, man. Being here, you say nothing to take one step forward. I put it between your eyes. Oh, yeah. I like Tennessee, Georgia, my parents.
Blue player holds the lead as it stands, but only for one. The race for the puck is on. Everyone wants a piece.
Like, there's no self-defense here. It's so
D.
attack
Special play scores.
It's the
Our blue competitor is in the lead. It's in. He's definitely happy about getting on the board. Not a goal. Oh, he stepped into that hit and
That's
hit
my
his man hard. Shoots. Scared away by the goaltender. Sends him flying as the play continues.
Like, GTA.
He's in.
Yeah, you
Knocked away.
It's so dumb. It's like even the laws of your property is
Slap shot and
I can sue you. Why the
competitor is in the lead, but not by
again?
much.
You should be able
He
to.
can go anywhere.
Like, it's just so dumb.
Sweet move. Stays with him and he makes the save.
Look at Walmart's smartphone. You can go.
Little bit of time left.
Massachusetts is not a state like that state, so if you're out in public on the streets and some dude, anybody you don't know, comes up on you and starts hassling you, threatening you, that they have a weapon on you, you have to retreat. The only time you can use lethal force, and I'm saying lethal even though I'm trying to say the D word, the only time you can use lethal force is when you know for a fact that they might use lethal force on you. So if they reach in their back pocket to grab a pack of gum and they're pretending like it's a firearm, then you have to wait until they pull it out because they'll sue their family. Everybody will sue the shit out of you, and these bastards don't care. And they're gonna fucking.
Wyatt. See, if they reach in their back pocket, you can't, and they pull out a pew pew, you can't prove that they intentionally wanted to off you.
But that's enough, though. But in mass, that's
like,
enough
in
at least, is that they have it.
It's
just like the police. Like, show me your hands, walk toward me, and if they reach in their back pocket, justify doing so. But I mean, it's just like you mentioned, that's things. So where do you your property, right? Where you're at.
Yeah.
And somebody just starts waving a pew pew around you. No. Without holding it, is it some, like, CK, it's meant to look like, or an airsoft gun is meant to look like that, whatever, you know, this is mental state, they start going, hey, shit, why you got your daughter with you? Hey, like, you should, But I mean, I also think that if they're 30 feet away from you and all they got is a pocket knife and you put it between their eyes. I mean, like, dude,
That's far, yeah.
and the knife will walk toward me slowly.
I agree with what you're saying too, and I do think that's something that people need to have the power in themselves to not be scared of taking action to protect a multitude of people aside from yourself even. But I also think if it were me, I would pull it out and I'd train it on him, but I'd also slowly walk towards him and see what he's doing. I'd see what his mental state is, see what he is actually holding.
In the situation, do not walk toward him.
But that's just
to keep control of the situation. You make him walk toward you.
Understood. Maybe he doesn't even see me. Maybe he doesn't even see me. That's it. I'm gonna. It's just maybe it's not what I think it is. I want to. I do it.
Why to your own self-preservation and for you or your daughter or anyone you're around, that any self-defense teacher will teach you this. The number one thing you should do is get away from that situation.
Okay.
Away
Oh, what a save there, James. I mean, that situational awareness
capacity.
at its finest, knowing exactly
If he's out here, go to jail and say to 30 people, then don't do anything and people realize.
Everybody's going to just do it, but what if you were wrong? So if you're my 80, the great thing about it is so stupid in some way that freaking can work for some folks. Say that happened with that amount of gray area, that amount of publicity, if it's amazing. You have Saul. He's gonna get you, and everything's gonna be so you. That's exactly what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, what do you think I think about that? Oh God.
You're going to say he really should have tried to there, but
I think this stupid fucking jackasses who hit him with and then tried to grab his weapon are dumb folks. The dude has an open carry license and you're practicing open carry. You're an auditor.
Well, I love what he's trying to do here.
Your first or third, I don't even know, second.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You got to play with a competitive edge
And you're practicing right? And people are so upset that they want to fucking. He shouldn't have shot me. You're grabbing his. Oh, sorry for saying that. You're grabbing his weapon to, the dude. Here was what you guys fucked with. I'm super.
PDF file. What's happening? Yeah, you should have
They do a great job in transition, and they recognize they have the number. So on the odd man rush, they got someone driving the net, going to the back, and guess what? They capitalize on the space that they had.
That open carry that AR like that.
No, see, I would argue. Sorry, Canadian, I love you, but that wasn't. It became a violent protest is the issue.
Yeah, they're burning down business. Well, that's the whole reason I'm there. Because and the most bullshit thing is it was over a justified queuing or whatever the fuck they call it. It was 100% justified. You would look at that case, he was escaping. He was running away from his girlfriend's house that he had just raped, I guess you could say. And he was trying to escape in a vehicle that had weapons in it and kids in it. And 100%. you look at the people who go to America in 2026, nobody gives a shit about that, unfortunately.
Let's have a look at that last hit. I mean, that was absolutely
you know,
huge. You know, look at the momentum change. You see the bench erupt with that one.
Because, like, a dude was, I'm sorry, I've seen so many awful videos of people being abused, but the dude just, like, overdosed already.
And we got a whistle as the goaltender decides to hang on to this one.
It was just a shitty situation.
On that last play, taking away high danger chance because of his
I
ability
really
to
don't care. It's not like he was
anticipate
outstanding citizen of the right
But they have obviously let good riddance. Like, nobody gives a shit. The thing is, you should, just because what bothers me is the fact that it got people's voices going and it's conviction.
We got a whistle.
But no, the thing is, it got people's voices going in the wrong fucking direction.
Yes.
Yeah. Intentional. It's intentional. Oh my God. People of color are being
The Nighthawks win it.
criticized by the video.
Here's a shot. And the stick, his best friend on that save right
Big
there.
issue that we should pay attention to it.
They are, though.
No,
But they don't. Some of them.
they clearly see people. White people have the majority when it comes to police brutality. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, I agree.
The Nighthawks win the
That's a
draw.
trial issue.
Off the neutral zone now.
Yeah.
Drills him and manages to clear the zone. Taken by Pilati. Oh, wow.
I support police officers. I respect police officers.
No surprise here. We've been watching it since puck drop, and the opponent can feel him coming every single time. Man, is he throwing his weight around. I'll tell you what, James, that ain't incidental contact.
All right, guys, I'm gonna.
Certainly trying to really drive that body and
All right,
still
guys, I'm
clear
gonna end. I've been live with Raymond.
More than half the period has gone by. Hope you're enjoying this one. 1-0 is where we sit at this point. And they leave that neutral zone
All right, bro.
draw.
Have a good night.
Yeah, that's a bad pass, and they'll be forced to do this over again. There's the whistle as the play was offside.
Have a good night, y'all.
The Nighthawks are still trailing here in this first period
But
despite
on the
the
ending
opportunities they've
seemed
had.
like 30 minutes ago. Thanks for not just ending it.
Yeah.
That was tough. That was
Pass to
fun.
Caulfield. And we're going to get a face-off after the offside. Officials getting ready to drop the puck. Puck possession so key in today's game.
Thank you guys. You guys are cool. I hope you guys have a good night. For real.
Have a good night.
Inside the neutral zone, they'll go to work offensively here. Oh, making his presence felt with their hit. And a
Have a good night, guys.
play. Slides the pass over to Bolton. And a stick in the lane ends that threat. From the top of the offensive zone here. Here's a chase to the middle. Oh, and he comes up with a stop. Puck grab by Jones. And he connects with the long ball.
Kucherov's been feeling it, James. He got the go-ahead goal, and now the puck's on his stick.
The Icebreakers carried along the wall. Here's a short pass to Kucherov. Looks to set up at the point now. Scoops up the puck and he's in on a breakaway. That's how you finish.
Reading the play, and he recognizes he's got a ton of time, freezes the tender, and buries it home.
The Nighthawks answer back in timely fashion here, Sarah.
Yeah, they give up a goal early in the opening frame, not the way they would have wanted to start it, but if they can get out of this period and the score is tied, it is a win. So we're looking at the barrel of a team that was all...
It's that go-ahead goal puts them in front.
And now they're in front, James, and the Habs energy, you know that their first two strikes is more urgent, but they'll have to be accountable on the other side of the puck as well. That puck is on and off his stick in a hurry, and it needs to be from that low zone slot area, James, to keep the goaltender because it gets off his stick so fast.
The Nighthawks have gone up by one here in the opening frame. How does this now change the complexion of this one?
I think it's really important because they got momentum right now, more jump to their step, and now they want to try and stay aggressive and boost that
right? So
momentum,
because there is a
momentum
difference
and
between
use it to their advantage.
feeling the part of it is going to go into just
Oh, what a stop there with time winding
it's a
down.
social. Like, have you ever had that happen before serendipity? Like you eat
The
shrimp and they
Nighthawks
just
have created a lot of
fast.
scoring chances so far.
Look
They
at
lead
that
at
fuck,
6 in this
yeah.
first period.
Yeah.
And with the buzzer, that puts a bow on the first 20 minutes of play. We've got lots more still to come. Second period action next, right?
Always remember to have respect for the people who are present, bro. They literally paid to see you.
Well, hopefully everybody's
To Auschwitz and saying, hey, I'm tired, I need a place to sleep.
Clean sheet of ice beckons, and here we go with period number 2. That goes wide. Quick feed to Caulfield. The Icebreakers have it from
Can't
the
even
end.
break it down or explain it to you a little bit better.
Moves the puck.
We've been to it numerous times. Go ahead.
Bolduc's taken down to the ice. We got a penalty coming up. Here comes the official's decision. Jones is caught for the trip, and he's going on a trip to the penalty box.
Whoever has a role in this PK unit knows that they not only have to kill this penalty off and keep the game within reach, but maybe they can be opportunistic and pounce on a loose puck for an opportunity.
And they move the puck out of harm's
or
way.
a lack of knowledge.
Beat the goaltender, but couldn't beat the post.
The Icebreakers bench showing some frustration there as they hit the post.
for
Listen,
you.
you're only down in the game by a little
Sorry.
bit. You have to find a way to
Yeah.
claw your way back in with a perfect chance right there to give them some momentum.
And the goaltender comes up with a piece of it to keep it out of the net.
This is a fantastic save, James. He's all over
Hey,
it. What I
I
mean by
cannot
that
hear
is he
you.
knows exactly where it is and where it's moving. A reason why he can get square to it and make the save.
Hall's ready for the try as they continue to be
See?
shorthanded here. Bolduc won the draw deep in the defensive zone. Handles that one.
Anybody can see what I'm talking about.
Pushes it across the net.
It's okay.
Oh, here we go.
It's
Good
a normal,
awesome.
healthy,
Goaltender covers it up. We get a whistle to slow
is
things down.
not a medical condition.
Wagner's found his rhythm here as we look at that last save. I mean, he has to be so on the mark right now, too positioned to be able to make it. His read is perfect. He's tracking well. I mean, you have to be quick and athletic to make that one.
Normal, healthy, uncomplicated
Bolduc's
pregnancy.
ready for the draw as we get set to resume this power play. The Nighthawks win that offensive zone
You guys
faceoff.
hold on the phone.
Jones, penalty is about to expire.
Oh, that was like a bomb exploding against the boards. Receives the pass. What a block as he lays out in front of it. Picks off the pass. The goaltender covers up and will
Let
get
me
a
give you
face-off.
a hint. If you disagree, you're wrong.
The Nighthawks lead this one early in the second period. They have certainly had a lot of jump
I haven't made
offensively
an
tonight.
argument. I'm explaining to you what your argument's stupid. Okay, it's not an argument. I'm just
Off the face-off, they take the back. And it's a quick pass to Caulfield.
Yeah.
They've got icing on the play. Face-off coming
Yeah.
up.
So pregnancy, yeah. Pregnancy is a normal, healthy state of being.
Still plenty of time left in this frame. It's
Uncomplicated
2-1.
pregnancies, it is very specifically, hear what I'm saying.
The Nighthawks win the draw.
Normal, healthy.
Hate it when you ice the puck and it comes
We're
200
talking
feet back to your zone.
even
You gotta give your center a tap on
maybe
the
remaining
back after you win that one and get out.
Including up to labor and delivery and the
Raymond's
postpartum.
last save has to give this team some momentum. I mean, that's a point
Time
blank
frame,
chance that
okay?
he's able to take away.
When there
He's
is
very
no hemorrhage,
aggressive
when
and
there
assertive in
is
his
no
crease.
sepsis, when there is no
The Nighthawks have a decided edge in the shot department and also in the score as well here in the second. Back underway as he wins the draw inside the offensive zone. Sends it to the middle. Jones carries the puck in his own zone. And that's off a stick. Quick shot! Redirected off one of his own line mates there. There's the whistle. Let's get the call for the officials. Kucherov's called for tripping. He's off to the box.
When I played, I was a PKer here, James, and you know when you jump the boards that you're out there to do a job. It is your role to make sure you stymie that offense and you get your team back to even.
The Nighthawks send their man advantage unit out once more.
It can certainly be frustrating when you get multiple opportunities and you don't cash in. Well, they have another opportunity right now. The focus has to be to win the face-off, get to their positions, and put the puck to the net. Keep it simple.
Fires it! No good!
We got to the right place at the right time here, James. A little bit of panic sets in, and he fires it wide. I mean, you can't miss by that much. It's a landslide out there, and he certainly didn't convert on it.
Here's a chance! Big time block on the play.
Well, he's doing what it takes, James. And listen, coach is going to love that one. I expect to see him out here again.
To his teammate. Picks up the puck. Knocks the puck into the offensive zone corner. And he heads outside the comfort zone now to go play the puck in his own end. Taken by Jones. Solid effort by the penalty-killing unit as the power play comes up empty.
Power plays dictate games, and this one did not. And the coach will not be happy with the setup or the opportunity that this unit gave them.
Inching closer to the midway mark of the period. It's a 2-1 game. Puckastroski wins the draw here in the defensive zone. Risky play, but pokes it away. Feeds it on over to Mick. Oh, quick move to sidestep the tip. Oh, and he comes up with a big stop there.
Actually stop.
The Nighthawks have been the better team, leading in the shot department, and they lead it on the scoreboard.
Thank you. I want to know.
And they take possession off the draw here in their own end.
You need to get the team first.
And they pick off the neutral side by Caulfield. The Icebreakers gain possession along the wall. Sends the pass over. The Nighthawks move the puck in the defensive zone.
The wall sets.
And he slides it quickly to
Unreasonable.
breakaway.
Because it needs danger. Do you understand? Yes or no?
A great play by the tender to anticipate and get across to make that
You need to
save.
unmute your
Goaltender covers up. We got to stop
Okay,
the play.
I'm not arguing yet that it's proposed.
only thing I
Wagner's
want
made
to
a great
hear
save here. Let's have
is
another look
no,
at it. I mean,
yes
they're
or
in a
no.
high
You
danger
do or you don't
area, and he
understand.
is so dialed
That is
in
the
and
only thing I
confident.
want to
He's
hear.
very athletic to be able to make this
Literally.
save
Yes,
in
the
correct
other is
position.
being
Well
hard.
past the
Whether
midway
we
mark
think
of
it's
this
equal.
period.
Didn't
The Nighthawks are
don't
playing to a 2-1
You
lead.
don't think
Caulfield's won a big draw in their own
no for
end.
me.
Oh, he has hit again.
That's all enough game as it is, but if you have your
He
head
is
down,
not
you
being
Takes the defender. He's on
is
the
not
breakaway.
it's
Save on the breakaway. Wow.
Excuse me.
Goaltenders are so good at giving and then taking away, and that's exactly what he does right here, James. I think he's given an area of the net and then takes it away, and knowing
Is
that the
my
shooter's going
life in danger in a normal healthy
Moments
pregnancy? Yes
away
or no?
from the face-off. Let's get back to the action. The Icebreakers win the draw and they go on
Yes
the
or
attack
no?
here in the offensive zone.
No, not in that.
Here's a save by Lehman. And the goalie covers up for the whistle.
Going down normal healthy pregnancy. Okay.
The Nighthawks have generated plenty of quality scoring chances and a big reason why they lead late in the second
I'm
period.
serious. Because you conceded a point, and I'm
And they
executing
win
it.
the draw here in their own end. Tempers are pulling it over here now.
You had the feel and sense that this was coming, didn't you, James?
Stop talking. You said self-defense, okay? Self-defense requires a reasonable belief of imminent danger. What is imminent danger?
Right on the button, and this thing's over.
You got his bell
What is
wrong. He
imminent
really
danger?
connected on that one.
Oh, sorry. Unmute your microphone and answer the question. What is imminent danger?
Some good punches were landed there, and he looks visibly shaken up.
What
I
is
think he's going
imminent
to need some
danger?
medical attention, James. At the very least, some
I
ice
would
packs.
just say like a threat to your life.
Well, with the chaos cleared, face-off now for both teams.
Dangerous. situation. Okay, perfect. Your life. I agree with you. Speaking. That's the only thing you need to say. Since you're not capable. No, I'm not debating. I'm showing you where you're wrong.
He sees your big ass speed and he sees right through your disguise.
Great defensive effort with the stick. Jones plays it against the board. Picks off. Rocked him. Goaltender gave him nothing as it goes off the side of the net. Raymond's going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck.
This is a timely hit here, James. He knows they're down, they're trailing in this one, but they are not out of it. So if everyone can elicit some sort of response on their next shift, they can rally the troops and they can get back in this
guys. So do you don't think trans women are women then?
We've got a 2-1 game.
In general, it's probably, sure, intuition.
The Nighthawks win the defensive zone face-off. And he moves it up to Bolton.
99%.
Slides the puck over. And the Lanes blocked up blocking that.
Now.
Long lead pass into the neutral zone.
Okay, reasonable force.
We know the goaltender was sent to this position.
Is that third one? So in this small percentage of pregnancies where women's lives are in danger, we have to apply reasonable force. If a 2-year-old if a 2-year-old comes to my home, okay, and I don't know this 2-year-old, and there's no with the right? Don't say the word. Stop. No. What? No. Okay. They're not stop. They're not like gonna hurt you. They don't have the capacity to hurt you. And you have the capability of removing them from your home without causing their death. Okay? Is it reasonable force for me to pull out my equalizer and pew them in the face, yes or no? Stop. Yes or no, Max? Yes or no, Max?
Am I just doing yes or no?
Answer the question. No, for right now, no, we're not debating. For right now, you're answering yes or no.
This is the most disingenuous.
For right now, you're answering yes or no question. Is it reasonable? Is it reasonable?
I've substantiated everything already.
No, you have not.
Yes, I have. I literally have. I did it before.
You have substantiated literally 0% of what you have said. Is it reasonable, yes or no, for me to pull and zero face because they went through why are
the Icebreakers had a strong 40 minutes of play, James. I mean, it's only possession time, and that's a valuable number to look at. But where is that possession time? And a lot of it's been in the ozone. Now they got to capitalize. They're only trailing by 1. There's lots of game left.
Yes or no?
The Nighthawks lead this one early in the third
period.
Yes, it is, Max.
What makes it different? What makes it different? Wait, what? Sentience is not relevant in a self-defense claim. I could defend myself. I could defend myself against a jellyfish, and that would be a valid self-defense claim.
Real quick, Katie. Wait, real quick. Max, you're saying sentience doesn't for self-defense principles, then how the heck are we able to defend ourselves against people that...
Lots of time left in this period. It's 2-1.
It does not matter if a person is sentient, because that's just ad hocing. Secondly, self-defense counts. Self-defense doesn't change, and they are. Does that make sense? Stop. You guys shutting out of the
As a defender, you love when your goaltender has this kind of rebound ground control makes your life so much easier.
You tried, Pity. Good job.
Jones works the
Kudos.
puck in his own zone.
You did great.
Oh,
Shakes
it was
loose
just happened
and makes the save. And a stiff break setup.
So that
Pass across to Kucherov.
hypothetical or completely changed my
Puts it on net, and that goes off the body.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I don't hear very many people arguing sometimes because it's genuinely stupid.
Have you ever talked to Banks? Katie, have you ever talked to Banks before?
No, I don't.
Listen, his main thing is I don't bicycle.
The Nighthawks have it now.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, he kind of struggled with that one, but he got
That's
just
Katie.
enough to keep it out. And he
Who's there to you know, the baby wouldn't live at 19 weeks anyways. Well, it's like this. Ask you, would it be okay to kill them in the baby was born immediately because it is not viable? Shows well, we should still do everything we can medically necessary to save them. I'm like,
On a 1-goal deficit on the power play now, you have to take
oh, then she instantly started. Then she kept saying, man, see, yeah, she said,
have the capacity to look at it from multiple different angles, and they come back on the ice. It is a good goal. No one in the building likes it.
Reading red hair, you not answer.
And it'll take a moment to regroup back at center. Stoppage and play offside the call.
If I do it for
Players
purpose
been
of
counted on,
answering
relied upon in the
like
big
whatever.
moments of this game to come up with a
Katie,
big save.
ask me how I could
Almost
describe
makes it
her
look
position.
easy. You know, sometimes
Right.
you're not under siege,
When
but
she
you
gave
still
an
have to
argument
come
for
up
viability,
when the timing is
and
called
I did,
for. And he
when she
does, he
gave
comes
her
up big and really
what
gives
she
the team an
thought
opportunity.
viability was,
The
and when they gave
Lakers
a being
against
all
the half wall.
consideration. By using hypotheticals and
The Nighthawks gain
principles
possession in their
to the
own
point
end.
of her viability. Is that a strong hit?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you're asking a question. I think it's wrong.
She got
He's trying to manipulate his opponent one by one, but he tries one too many, James, and he loses the puck. The Icebreakers look to start the transition game.
It's like, because you couldn't give me a definition. Because now I have a degree in this, so I know more than you do. I was like, oh, so we're going to lead to authority now?
Yeah, she had 5 fouls until we counted.
So, like, when I did the hypothetical of the premature baby, right, Katie? I was like, okay, so then why can we kill them inside the womb prior to viability, but we can no longer kill them outside the womb because of viability? She goes, well, it's going to die anyways. Oh, because of the effects on the mother. I said, I don't care about the effects of the mother. I'm asking you simply, why can we kill them inside the womb but not outside the womb because of viability? I said, you say we can't. We should save them prior to viability. But you're saying inside the womb it's perfectly fine to kill them. Why? What's the argument? But you have a contradiction. You need to fix the contradiction.
Pass across to Caulfield. Puck picked up by Pilates.
And then she just refused that. And then I used the hypothetical like the being changed.
Dictated the pace in the third period. It's about continuing to press and really try to smother their opponent.
Another hit. He will feel this by the end of the night.
Tough night for him. He's going to have to keep his head up and move that puck quickly. He doesn't want to defend again.
There you go.
The Nighthawks take control of the puck. Lays into the bottom.
set and sometimes you gotta do something different. Create some energy, and that hit is trying to ignite a passion or a fire under his team.
Can someone describe the definition?
And just got a piece of it to keep it out.
Does a great job with some great pushes to get to the top of his crease and make the save on a high danger area.
And that's broken up in the defensive zone by Polani. What a steal in his own end. And now it's grabbed by Caulfield. He got all of that hit.
Important to understand that it's so the is when has been fully delivered. That's the end of
Like, see you guys.
I think the operative words here, growing pains, kind of summing up the performance of this squad's debut in the EASHL.
It's all about process and trusting that process.
Not what I'm asking.
There's a little scrambly out there at times, and that's pretty normal when you're coming into your first game, trying to figure out your line mates, your teammates, and eventually that'll come. But they just got to stick with the game plan, and eventually they'll get there.
good.
That'll do it for tonight's EA Sports broadcast. Hey, look, plenty of action just around the corner, and we hope to see you then. Good night.
The scariest part of Billie Jean is not the woman in the story. It's the man telling. Billie Jean was released in 1982, a thriller film. It's so straightforward. A woman claims the narrator fathered her child. He denies it. Story over. But in a 1993 interview with Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jackson confirmed that the song was inspired by real situations he and his brothers faced. Obsessive fans who would show up claiming to have had children with members of the Jacksons. He knew this pattern from the inside, and that's where the song gets truly unsettling. Because the narrator of Billie Jean is not an innocent victim. Listen carefully. He says, 40 days and for 40 nights, who was on her side? Not the truth, the love. He never actually said he's innocent. He says the kid is not his son. Those are two very different things. And there's more. He admits the night happened. She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. He was there. He knows what occurred. The entire song is the performance of a man trying to convince himself and the listener of something he's not entirely certain of himself. Michael Jackson told biographer J. Randy Brown that the line, "The kid is not my son," was the hardest to record because that sounded like absolute truth. And he was aware